All right. We're live. For those of you who have not seen my game yet, this is the project we are working on. I've got a little survival game here with a little twist. I've also decided, I'll show a little bit later what I'm thinking, but decided to kind of change up what the environment's going to be like. I've been thinking about it for a long time. But anyway, basically, we got a survival game here where you can, cut down trees. You can mine, stone. You can open up a crafting menu. This is very, very basic right now. It's literally just these items, but I'm going to make a crafting bench so then it expands it into like a menu, maybe with some selectable drop downs here or something. But you can craft things. You can also place things in the world and open them and store, like this box here. But the main thing in the game is the ability to, build the base in a Rust style format. Let's put some windows on this. Put a doorway. Some more windows. Some lamps. But the main thing is that you have a mobile base. So your base is actually on top of a giant walking boulder. And so you can jump off, and you can see that he is walking around. I can tell him to go to different places. I can tell him to sit back down, and he burrows down into the ground a bit. And then, that's the main thing. So you can build your base. You can add a crafting table or something at some point. We're gonna do that. Maybe I could do that today. Do some crafting stuff. There's still some weird camera stuff when you open and close menus, but what do we do? Oh. Why is that? Oh, because movement should be disabled when this is open. When you're on the mountain, it is not. Add item, small box. Okay, so I have another small box here. Let's do a add item, small box, 200. Oh, what is that? What happened there? Oh, maybe my something gets moved around. Probably because movement isn't disabled. What happens when I place a box? Okay. Then I have to select it again. Interesting. Because normally you can't have more than one box. But I know that they're in one slot. But when I add them like this, it still takes it out of your hand. Kind of thinking that shouldn't be the case. I'll have to make a note of that. Because it should be checking if there's more in your hand. Oh, that's kind of annoying. I really should be doing this stuff with a raycast. Like a raycast from the center of the screen to whatever you are in front of, because otherwise you can get a situation like this where you're looking at that one but you're opening this and then like that. But maybe I could just create an outline around whatever is the current focused item. Anyway, that's the general idea. Let me go ahead and post these links in the Discord. I also kind of want to go make some coffee. Oh, Cyber, what's up? How you doing, man? Good to see you again. Sorry, I missed your chat because, or I don't know when you posted that, but I didn't have my chat pulled up for a little while. Holy crap, that's insane. Did not expect all that coming back. It's good to see you again, Cyber. It's been a while. Yeah, we've made headway, and I haven't even worked on this game for like a month, except for yesterday. I think I've done 2 streams so far since being back. But because I had to take a big break. As usual, I always end up having to take big breaks, but there should be less of that in the coming years. This whole year I've had to take huge breaks because I've been traveling out to Finland and back. But on the 27th, I am moving to Finland. So there's going to be a little break there. Well, it could be a big break because it'll probably take me a while to get set up. But then I should be good because I won't have to do any more, 3-week-long trips and that type of thing. So, but yeah, Cyber, we've made a lot of progress on our, I don't know, have you seen this game yet? Because it used to be a puzzle game. And now it's a survival game. It has changed a bit. Ooh. Make tree spawners actually generic spawners. Add scenes as needed and multi-mesh. Something like that. We could do that. And then also make placeables not remove the placeable from your hand when placed unless you don't have any more in that slot. That's something we could do. Seen you work on the trees last time. You were paving some of those dirt roads last time I was here. Ah, okay. So that was when it was still a survival game, or when it was a survival game? Because before it was the puzzle game and stuff. I know it's been a while. My time is all mixed up because of the breaks I've had to take. But now we have, building, and we have crafting and all this stuff. A lot of crazy stuff. I do love the build system. It feels very fluid. And this developer console is pretty sick. So, whoops. We should change it up because right now What do we have? Show console. Okay, let's go to global. And let's set our console active. We're going to do that. Stewie, what's up? We got an ad starting, Stewie, in 20 seconds, just a heads up. ASMR for sleep, yes. Okay, so we have that. Here we're going to do console active equals true. Okay, movement agent, we have this. Then we can go to riding body. Or global console active false or true. That should do it. I think you were working on destroying the trees and collecting stuff. Okay. So it was, yeah. It was still this game specifically, this version, not the puzzle version. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's definitely been a while then. Okay, so now if I go here, well, I guess what happens here, because if I go here and then I press 1, 2, 3, I can still cycle between these. So HB1? HB1, where is it? Oh, HB right here. Console active equals true. Return. Okay, nice. I should have a better, like a script that's just input stuff, so then I don't have to change these things in a bunch of different spots, but okay. I've added stone to my inventory. That's pretty cool. Let's do a add item axe. Nice. Love it. Add item pickaxe. Sweet. Everything's working pretty well. Okay. I'm going to go get some coffee. Be right back. New Jank, how are you, brother? It is good to see you again, at last. My break is mostly over. I have another break coming up soon when I move to Finland on the 27th. But other than that, I should be in the clear to stream consistently finally for the first time in like a year. Yo, yo, yo. Good to see you, man. Been on a break too. Okay, yeah. I saw something in your Discord like you might be doing another one of those game... is it a game package? I didn't look super closely at it. Is it another one of those like game jam slash... the thing you did before, basically. Cyber says coffee break, yes. You are? Nice, nice. Do you know what the time frame will be on it? Because if you are doing that, it would be kind of cool. I should actually try something for it. I think if I did that, it would just be like a walking simulator experience. Kind of like what I wanted to do before, but just try to make some cool Blender art. And just make something cool, but won't be starting for another month or two, maybe like October, like last year, and it would be a full month. Sick. That actually works great for me. Because I'll be fully moved in Finland. I would love to do that, dude. So you've been on a break too. Are you still working the same project? Because the gardening one seems like you've gotten really far on. Oh, by the way, I did. I added this yesterday. Let's see here. Spawn item hammer. Oh man, that's really annoying. When I come out of a menu, it'll like spin my camera. Oh, why can't I pick that up? Huh. Interesting. That is strange. Let's try this again. Spawn item, hammer. Oh, I just have a full inventory. That's why. Okay, good. I thought it was another bug. But yeah, I added a little dev console. Spawn item, or spawn tree one. I have, what do I have? List all. Spawn plus entity, spawn item plus item, add item, reset pose, RM item. Yeah. So I can also do something like RM item, and that deletes that. I should do one for my inventory, like deleting something in inventory as well, but haven't really dev'd in almost a month. Was really sick for a couple weeks. Dang. Starting to feel better and easing back into dev. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, I had my, my fiance out here for 6 weeks. And so I think I streamed maybe once while she was here. But it just didn't make sense to stream, trying to maximize time hanging out with her. And then, like, on the last day she was here, I made a snap call, and I'm like, you know what? I'm moving the end of August. Because I wasn't sure if I was going to do it end of August or sometime in September. And I was like, there's no reason to wait around. So, but now I'm back to being able to stream at least until then. I'm going to be pretty busy still with selling stuff and getting rid of things and all that. And then when I actually move, I'll probably have to take a couple weeks off. But then hopefully I'll just be there and have my setup and good to go. Probably going to start on another project alongside the garden game though. Okay. All right. Fiance, congrats. I think I told you, right? Pretty sure I did, but I might have just put it in the Discord. So if you forgot, there's no worries. But thank you, brother. Did I spell that right? I think you need the little French thing on top of the E. You know what's funny is I've been going through a bunch of old stuff because I need to move. And I have so many journals that are like, most of them are only like 10 pages written and then the rest is blank. But because I used to write a lot of, it would just be notes, but then there would actually be like memories and stuff that I would write out. And I found one of them from when I was like 12. And I was super into Lord of the Rings. And I was reading about J.R.R. Tolkien learning his, learning different languages and how he kind of based Elvish off of Finnish, one of the versions of Elvish off of Finnish or something. And so I was like, oh, maybe I'll learn Finnish in this like journal entry from when I was like 12. And I was like, that would be cool. Maybe not though. And then now here I am 18 years later learning Finnish so I can move to Finland. Which also makes sense why I would want to learn it too, because like my family lineage is from Finland, so it wasn't purely unrelated. But speaking of which, I should check my Duolingo and make sure I did mine. Yes, I'm on a 375-day streak, no big deal. So I actually do know a decent amount of Finnish now. Finnish is a very hard language, though. This is annoying. There's still... Can I just keep track of overlaps? Overlapping... So like I can still build one there and I can still build one there. It's kind of annoying. I should just check and see if I'm trying to build a foundation on a certain connection and there's already a foundation right there, then I should probably just disable that connection. What is that? Why did that happen? Sometimes that happens where like the tool will just be out of place. With AI these days feels like we can learn anything on ludicrous speed. In some ways, yeah. Oh, what was that again? See, and then it snaps to a different position. So weird. But it's not going to be a bug that I worry about. Yeah, AI has been nice for learning when I tell it to like explain things to me. But I haven't used it that much for Finnish. I probably should actually, to have it like explain the end cases. So Finnish has like a bunch of weird stuff. I'll show you. Explain the different end cases in the Finnish language. Use it for conversational practice too. I've tried that, but I didn't know enough at the time. But maybe I could now. All right, so let's show you how complicated Finnish can be. The nominative, which is just the normal form of a word. Talo is house. Talo. Genitive, so possession, like it's my house. Talon. Or no, wait, no. This is the houses. Okay. Maybe it's also like mine. But talon ovi, so the house's door. N denotes that it is the house's door. Accusative. We've got also an N. Interesting. Talon. And then we have partitive, which is A or A, which I think is like, yeah. Like if it's if you're reading a book, you wouldn't say kirja, you would say kirja, because you aren't reading the concept of a book. You are reading some of a book. And then SSA, meaning like inside of or something. In the house. Talo sa. Elative, I don't know what this is. Oh, out of, from inside. Talo sta. Okay, so from out of the house. Into, talon, into the house. La, which is like, is that, okay, on. Or ola for possession. So on that house, or minula I have. Mineh is I. So minula I have. Ablative, don't know what that is. Function, off, from surface. From the house. Surface. Interesting. Talota. We've got LLE, meaning like to the house, onto it. Talole. Yeah, they're literally all of these different endings with the house. Taloinen. It's crazy. Abessive? TTA? Without. Ah, okay. Talota. Without a house. Maksuta. Free of charge. Okay. Oh, so would sugar-free, because I need to remember this because I'm diabetic, be soccari, what is it? Soccarita? Or would it be soccaria? Soccariata? We'll see. Abscessive without sugar, but you actually use two different words depending on the function. Okay, cool. So it's just more complicated. As an adjective, soccariton. Ah, so like less. Sugarless. Soccariton uoma. Uoda is to drink. Uoma is a drink, I guess. As a noun, abscessive without sugar. Soccarita. As in, oh, you take your coffee without sugar. So sugarless and without sugar is different. Okay. Craziness. Give me okay, let me just try wait, actually I don't remember how you spell Mythicul. Let's try a very, very basic Finnish conversation. You start. Let's see. Sounds like an alien language, pretty cool. It is very different. I think it and Estonian and maybe, is it Hungarian or something? They have similarities, but it's very, very different than like every other language. Hey, miten mene tänään? Mikä sinun nimesi on? So this is miten mene tänään. Tänään is like today, I think. And mene is like to go. And miten is like how. So how is it going? How's it going today? Mikä sinun nimesi on? That means, what is your name? Hey, minun nimi on Greg. We'll tell the AI I'm actually, let's pick a Finnish name. Juha. Say on hyvä, which basically just means it is good. My name is Juha, it is good. And then I could say onko sinulla nälkä, which means do you have hunger? I can't do I don't have a keyboard that allows me to do the little A's with dots above them. Hauska tutustua, I don't know what that means, but hauska is fun. And then minun nimeni, oh, okay. I said minun nimi. I don't know if that is real then. Kiitos kysymasta. thank you for the question, maybe? Kusumus is question. Minulla ei ole nälkä juuri nyt. So, I do not have hunger. Something now. So maybe right now. Huomiona nälkä kirjoitan. This is not very basic Finnish. Please dumb it down for me. This is after a year of learning, and I can figure out some of this stuff, but kirjoitan or kirjoitetaan has something to do with writing. Inte sinulla, onko sinulla nälkä? I think this means like, and what do you have for something? Are you hungry? Minä olen ChatGPT. So, hello, I am ChatGPT. Mikä sinun nimi? Also provide translations as notes. But I should try this as I'm learning. That would be good. By the way, for anyone who wants cheap access to a bunch of different AI models, t3.chat is what I'm using here. And you can choose between all of these models. And it's like $8 a month. So Minun. This is the other hard part about learning it is like, so Minun nimi, my name. I think it's actually nimesi. I should say. On, which is like is. Juho. Or Juha. So Minun is like my name is Juha. What was I going to say? Oh, in the spoken language, you wouldn't say Minun, you'd just say moon. So learning Finnish is really hard because you have to learn the proper way of doing it, and then you instantly have to learn the spoken way. But are the models localized, as in like on your computer, or do you mean just language localization? Oikea lause. Good sentence, I think. Or correct sentence. Interesting. Minun nimeni. Nimesi is for like you. Maybe? Nimeni. Okay. Mitä kuuluu. Okay, that's how you say mitä kuuluu. How are you? But yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm not sure what you mean then, Cyber. But basically, you can switch at any point. Like, I think I can just switch to, yeah, now I'm talking to Flash. Olen iloinen. And now I'm on Gemini 2.5 Flash, which was way faster. Onko sinulla kysymys? Joo. Kuka sinä olet? And now it should respond. Olen T3 chat. Interesting. Olen suuri kielimaali. So, kieli meaning language. Maali must be model. Suuri is large. Olen is I am. Interesting. So now it knows that it is no longer 04 Mini. It is now Gemini 2.5 on the PC rather than through server. No, it's on servers. Yeah. So you don't have to download any. This is just on the website t3.chat. I think they're making a app, like an iPhone app or iPhone and Android app. But right now I think it's just in the browser. So yeah, it's not local. But man, there's a lot of models. You even have like Claude, which is really expensive. But yeah, super cool. I like this in progress. Reduce OOP, increase components. I know what that means, but I don't know how this is just a task. Stone nodes, done. Giant flying creature, not fully done. Pickaxe, done. This is done. So on the stream, if you want me to look at Trello and stay on task, you can. That's pretty sick. Yeah, it's just really cheap. Like I was paying $20 a month or something for ChatGPT. And so now I instead pay $8 a month for ChatGPT and Claude and all of the other models. So, pretty nice. And I know the guy who made it. It's that Theo, who's a YouTuber slash Twitch streamer slash dev. But I met him once. My brother Jamin knows him better. He probably doesn't really even remember me, but I met him at Chain React conference in Portland. And yeah, he's got that product. He has some other things like Upload Thing, some other products, but this one just works great, and it has everything you need AI wise. Let's do walls instead. Ooh, doors. Doors is something we need, and windows. Should a doorway just have a door already attached? I think for now we're going to do that. Door slat 1. Okay, and then door needs a static body, which needs a collision shape. Yeah, for now we're we're just gonna make it automatically like that. Maybe we should make this wooden box so it's a different color. 3.7. No, 3.6. Okay, that's pretty good. It's too wide, so we'll do 0.5. Then we will move it over a negative 0.5. Nope. Negative 0.25? Nope. Negative 0.75. Okay. Negative 0.25. Whoops, 0.25. 0.75. Nice. Okay. Okay. This is door handle. Sick. Now, we want the origin of the door to be right there, which means we should take all of this, drag it over, then we can drag this whole thing over. Okay. This collision shape needs to be box shape. Whoops, this needs to be 2, 3.7 or something, 3.6, 2. Okay. Is it placeables that needs to be? Let's look at I think this just needs to be just need to attach an interactable to it. So I don't need that there. This collision shape will just be a sphere shape. Now, current focused interactable. This is the problem. Current focused interactable, we have dot is open. Then we have storage, which is placeable, is open. Okay. So we need to do a check. Let me just put that there so it's not erroring. Okay, right now we're checking if it is. Okay, current focused interactable is the parent. So maybe we make this interactable not part of the door. Instead, put it there. Which means we need to make this move back to... Whoops. Okay. We'll just do it like that. Let's do doorway. Here we can do a Boolean equals false. We're doing a lot of if statements here. No, we can just do a toggle door instead. And then we can handle this inside of the doorway. Can I do this? Or do I have to do it on a new? Actually, let's do... Do I have to do dot print like this? Let's try this. This console might be useful for other stuff, like what I'm attempting to do here. Oh, broken. Ah, scene name. Scene name of type node 3D. Okay. So. Oops. This is equipable. There's way too much OOP going on. What is main for? That's that. We don't want a door to extend storage, though. We're going to go to doorway. We're going to do this. Okay, let's just try things until things stop breaking. This is clearly a terrible way to do this. Really, we should have an all the stuff for the interactions just within the, maybe within the interactable component? I don't know. Okay. Broken. from Boolean to string. We'll just say oh, broken. Close outside inventory. Okay, this is... Where is this getting called? If current outside inventory does not equal null, if area is interactable, why is that giving me issues? Because that shouldn't be, I shouldn't have a current outside inventory. Okay. Oh. Now it's not. Oh, but maybe once I press E. Now it breaks. Close outside inventory. Does not equal null. Oh. Ah. And item detect. Let's say okay. And interactable is storage. Okay. Nice. Is open, is closed, is open, is closed. You can still open and close boxes here. Okay. Whoops. So now we can just go to our doorway animation player. Then what we can do here, this is open door. We can keyframe the rotation. Let's do it more like this. Keyframe that. Copy, paste. Let's try this. Okay, that's not bad. Seems like it's a little weird at the end though. Okay, that's pretty good right there. Let's get our music playing again. Let's go to open door again. Right there. 105. Okay. Okay, pretty good right there. Then we can do a sound effect with it. But first, we do this. Okay, let's try this. Okay, not bad. Okay, we definitely need a sound effect with that, though. Oh, why do we got that? Why do we have a gap here? Have my doorways always been a little off? Let's test this. What? Why are there no gaps there now? What is this? Now there's no gap. Oh, I don't like that. Not a fan. Fanny Slam, what's up? Hydrate. I do have water. Good to see ya. We have an ad starting in 3 minutes, just a heads up. That's really annoying. Okay, but now we have doors. I just need to add sound effects to them. Crafting hard or hardly crafting? We're doing some crafting today. I'll craft, oh, I don't have enough stone for a hammer. So you know what I'm going to do? Something crazy. Add item. Hammer. Or add item. Axe. Check that out. I can add stuff. I can also do that. Oh, but I need to be able to craft them. Add item. Stone. 1,000. Nice. Now I can craft everything I want. We need to add a sound effect for this. How's it going to be on top of here? Oh. Pressing E makes him sit down. I forgot about that. Okay, it seems to work fine. What happens when I put a small box down right in front of the door? All right. Can I, RM item? Nope, no item to delete. I need RM scene as well. Something like that. What do I have? RM item. Yeah. Why did that not work? Reset pose. Reset pose. Okay, it doesn't work when you're on the mountain. Probably because it's still snapping you back to where you were. Or where the riding guy is. Interesting. Anyway. That just means that we can ignore that and move on to a sound effect. What can I do to make this sound effect? Is this too far away to pick it up? Probably. This isn't going to sound wooden enough. No. Maybe this will work. Let's give it a shot. No. Okay, this is where we just go to freesound.org. And we get a door opening sound. Hmm. Let's try another one. Nope. 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 That's a really good sound right there. Just the... But I kind of want the swinging too. That one's pretty good. I'll save that for later. It's a little bit too slow. Come on. Okay. That guy should be banned now. Twitch is never going to figure out how to ban bots, right? Oh, wow. I just want a simple open close. Ooh. That's pretty good. It's just the sound quality isn't very good. I'm spending way too much time on this, but it's not bad. Honestly, that's pretty great. Oh, that's perfect right there. Okay, I can rename this. Okay. Okay, now I can go here. And here, well, actually, I can go to wooden doorway. Grab this. I'll just call this audio. Does that work? Oh. That's expecting a float? Stream. Okay, and then from here, do a call method track again. Let's try this, see if it works. Okay. So now we just need to go to these animations. I might have to restart it. Play sound, we'll do 0.1. That audio file just might be not as immediate as I want. Yeah, okay. We're going to export it as a wave or an MP3. Then up here, we'll just change this to MP3. I really should figure out what to do for these tree spawners, because right now it randomizes it every single time you open the project. Perfect. Oh, is that where the gap is? There's just some weirdness going on with the door. Things are getting moved around. It's like it's getting stuck in the build or something. Okay, no gaps. Oh, now we got some weirdness. Look at that. Ah, I see. When you play the animation halfway through it, it doesn't finish the animation. So. Something we could do is go here. And we could say... is ready. Oh, we need to export that. Okay, let's try this. This is kind of a hacky way of doing it, but... Whoops. Nice. So now you can't open it until it's ready. Okay. That's why we had those gaps. Oh, this is going to be kind of annoying. Should make it so you can't do anything unless we'll figure out a better way of doing it rather than animating it like that, where I have the is ready thing. We should make that. Maybe I need a state machine for that. You start realizing pretty quickly how soon you need like state for anything halfway complex. But for now, I have doors, and I'm happy with it. Let's change something. In the walking mountain. Global.playervar dot current or item detect dot current focused interactable equals null. This is what you call terrible programming, just so you know. Okay, now. Nice. Now he doesn't do that. I'm just doing that because it's annoying right now. Oh, he just sat down because I pressed E again. I should just change it to a different key. I should change it to like G or something. Yeah, let's do that. Project settings, input map, add new action, uproot. Let's restart it because it didn't seem like it did anything. So I press G, nothing happens. Press E, nothing happens. If I go here, there we go. Nice. Oops. Okay, let's make ourselves a nice little building here. That's pretty good. Very nice. I like it. We've got doors. Our windows aren't done yet, but let's go back to Maine. Let's make it nighttime and see how it looks. Uh-oh. There's going to be some weirdness with that. We'll have to maybe, I don't know, just disable. Oops. Might have to just disable collision when the door opens. Oh, we still have this weird issue where you just can't build a wall there. Well, that's something we will figure out eventually. Kind of getting stuck there. Okay. Okay. I'm just setting the mood here, you know. Okay, so now, you know, you've got your you've got your base, you've got your mobile base. I should do a little video. Like showing the stars. What's up? Sure do love my crafting and constructing game. Yes. Man, I'm having a great time building this too. Like things are just kind of coming together. Oh. That's still an issue. Okay. Karen, what's up? This looks really good, especially the building part. Thank you. Yeah, I've been working on it for a couple months in total. Trying to figure things out. The landscape itself still has plenty of work that needs doing, but I think it is getting there. And the build system is mostly good. Like the bones are there, but it's not quite done yet. And obviously, like texture wise, you know, it's pretty simple, but I don't necessarily mind that. But yeah, like the giant tree monster. Yeah, he's more of a rock, dirt, and grass guy. It's a little bit easier to see in the daytime, but yeah, he is kind of tree-like as well. But he's kind of like a I don't know what you call him, a rock golem or something. But then we also have the actual giant trees, and then we have the creatures that fly between them. You can see some over there. There's probably another one or two somewhere around here. They're kind of far away. The map obviously is kind of sparse once you fly up here, but where are some of these flying guys? There's one. There's two of them, yeah. Which these are very, very basic right now. I want to actually build the model for them and make them a little, like, actually have some detail. I just threw this together, like, really fast in Blender. Just to have something flying around in the background. Normally, you're not going to see him up close. Well, actually, you will eventually, so I'll make a real model for him later, but yeah. Then we got our, giant rock golem who carries our base on top of him. I've been working on a texture pack for Minecraft. As in, like, for use within Minecraft. So I don't think I guess there's probably, there's tons of modding around Minecraft, right? Yeah. That's cool. May I make a suggestion? Yes, I don't know if I will take it, but you may always make suggestions. But I do have an idea of where I'm going with this game now. It's not going to end up quite looking like this. It'll actually change quite a bit. But I will reveal that as I flesh it out a little more. May look a bit too close to Minecraft, but could pixel art style look good in this game? I'm not really sure yet. So I've really only done... The only textures I've done so far is technically this dirt texture is a texture. And the grass. And then also the buildings have this like fake wood texture. Otherwise, everything else I've been wanting to keep flat, like just a flat color. Still kind of tempted to do that with the buildings themselves and make these just a brown texture instead. If I went with actual pixel textures, then I think that could still look good, like you're saying. It might look a little Minecrafty, but that's not terrible. These textures are kind of stretched, so they almost look like a wood grain. But then you look at these spots and then you can tell they're just a noise texture. But I don't know, I do also like the idea of just having flat colors because it works really well for everything else, like the trees. I really like having the trees just be one flat color with the outlines. So you can still see like the outline in black. Yeah. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I'll have to make that decision. I really do like this flat kind of almost... It's not quite like toon shaded because I haven't done any toon shading. There's just an outline shader on it. But like my stone, right? It's just this. And I kind of like it that way. Texture pack I'm making is called Another Take. Is it, are you doing, like, retexturing everything in the base game, or how does that work? I've never really done any real texturing, so I'm actually, like, I'm really bad at it because I've never done it. Making it in phases. Okay. Currently in phase 1. Nice. Well, I'm sure you'll learn a lot about texturing. Like I said, I don't really know anything about texturing because I just haven't done it. These are literally just noise textures, like the wood of the base and stuff. It's just noise textures applied to a color. That's literally all I've ever done. But phase 1 is common overworld blocks. Okay, yeah. Which, I guess, yeah, Minecraft would be a great place to start because you're not doing any complex geometry then, right? You're just doing blocks. That's cool. That would be a really nice way to learn. That sound might be a little bit too much, the pickup sound. What have I added today? Have I done enough? I think I've done pretty good. I've added the doorway. What else did I add? Did I add anything else? Just some fixes. Guess I haven't really done that much else. Phase 2 will be nether blocks and so on and so forth. Nice. Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out, like I said, what my visual style will be, because I really do like this visual style that I have. So if I close out and I go to the puzzle game that I was working on before. This kind of nails the visual style I'm going for. And I've mostly recreated it, but I really need to work on it to to really get it down. Phase 3 would be HUD and items. Okay. Oh, true, items. Those will have a little more complicated texturing. Oh man, how do I get back to this? Because this was just, I think part of it is the grass and the grass color is a lot more green. And maybe because I have lighting, maybe that helps a lot. But like, and the colors of the trees are actually a little bit different, I think. Maybe it's also just because there's a ton more trees. And the lighting. But I really love the look of this, so I need to get as close back to this as I can. And maybe I need to up the outline more. The water does look really good too. And things like these logs. I think the outline is a big part of it. The fact that I have a more heavy outline. But like even these trees look really nice. Let's see. Going to be something I'm going to add to my texture pack, changing the mobs models if needed. Oh, okay. Saving the final phase for the end to wrap it all together. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Maybe it's just colors that make this very different. For example, giving the skeletons a quiver made out of a zombie shirt. Oh, nice. Yeah. Here, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab some water. What happens if I turn off the outline shader? How does this look? Made the lava and fire green. Oh, okay. Man, that's the problem is like without an outline, things actually look pretty good. Like the grass definitely looks good. Kind of wish I could just do the grass on a different. Could I make the grass not have an outline? Which one does this have? Outline shader has just regular outline. Okay. Okay, that makes it depth test disabled. That makes them see-through. I'm wondering if torches in the fire from furnaces should be green. Maybe if regular fire is green. Let's take a look at okay. this shader code for my grass that makes it move. I have another shader that applies an outline to everything via depth testing. How can I change the grass shader to make it not get the outline added, but also not make it transparent? This is in Godot 4. Maybe just this. Nope, that makes it transparent. Did I already try this? Oops. Let's see what happens if it doesn't affect layer 2. Okay, so that is now... Okay, so we need this to affect layer 2. Grass maybe can be on 3. Okay, we have outlines, but it's still outlining the grass. What happens if I put terrain 3D? Grass is on layer 3. What does my camera do? I don't even remember how I fixed my tools to have them on a separate layer. Nope, did not mean to open Studio One. Always end up doing that. Close window. Oh, we got an ad starting soon. And I got to bounce out soon. Unfortunately. I'm going to snooze this ad so I can keep rolling for a little bit. So grass is on layer 3. And then what was this saying to do? Only affects layer 1. So let's go to my... How do I change this to only affect layer 1 and 2? My grass is on layer 3. Show the exact places I change code. Oh. Okay, that just moved all of the grass. Second approach made all of my grass disappear because now it is far away. Oh my goodness. So I'd have to change my shader like crazy. What's a way to just make the outline shader ignore a certain visibility layer? Simple, please. Extreme simple. My outline shader is a quad mesh, not a camera. Okay, let's try this. This line isn't up to date. Give me Godot for shader language correctly. Okay. Okay. This seems to not have any outlines anywhere. Why is there so much fog now? Oh, it's just the sky is being ignored, I think. Probably because of that. Or because of the changes I did. Hey, gee whiz, what's up? How you doing, man? Good to see you. I have watched many of your videos. I think you've stopped by chat before, right? Do I plan on adding SDFGI? To be honest, I have no idea what that is. I've seen it, and I know it's part of the plugin I'm using. But I don't know. I could play around with it. Check it out. Okay, so there's still outlines, including on the grass, which means that this shader change did not work. Man, I wish I knew anything about this stuff. Using AI just doesn't help. So we have this thing. Here, I'm going to check out that SDFGI thing. So what was it doing? Okay, it's saying this. Wait. I don't think this is actually doing anything. Oh, is it because I can't return here? It's saying I can't use return in the fragment. Can't help with shaders. Okay, yeah, I'm so bad with shaders. Oh, I think I can change this just by, oops, going here, and then instead of doing a return, I could just wrap this whole thing. No, that doesn't work either. All right, it looks like we're just going to have our annoying grass shader outline. Basically, I don't want it to shade the outline. Or shade the grass, but shade everything else, you know? Let's take a look at that SDFGI thing. I know this thing has it. So Sky 3D has it right here. Okay, let's play around with this. Whoops. Read skylight. So it's just kind of a, oh, it'll help with the harsh shadows. That's what you're saying. Okay. Oh, to unshade the grass, just add a standard material. So basically the shading on the, well, I guess this is what I mean by shading. I have a shader that's adding an outline to everything. And so there's a shader that makes the grass move. And then there's a separate shader that I just downloaded that is basically, as far as I understand, it's basically a quad mesh that, like, I think it just covers where the camera is and then draws an outline using a depth test. Well, let me take a look here. So Yeah, here's my outline shader. It's literally a quad mesh. Max thickness is at 0.28. Let me do 0.5 to make it more, and then I'll do 0.28 just so then I remember what that was. And then maybe if I go to my... Can I do unshaded here? Whoops. Does that mean just there's no light? Ah, I see. So that's just shadows. So then they become bright, which I don't actually know if I really need them to have shading. Okay, my outline is definitely a lot more thick. You can see it better. You still can't quite see it because of the angle on these rocks. But you can see it a lot better on the trees. I kind of wish it would draw better on these. Style looks sick now without shading. I'm kind of digging it. I just wish that it wouldn't add the outline to it. Let's see what let's see how it looks when does unshaded basically just mean that it won't get any sort of light, or it won't have shadows, but it also won't be affected by light? Or will it still be affected by light in some way? Like, let me check if I go to Sky 3D and I do, let's do game time on 3 minutes per day. So then there'll be short days. I do actually kind of like this unshaded look, but okay, so we'll kind of watch as it gets dark. And with the thicker outline, it kind of works. The problem is I still don't really want outlines on my grass, but I do want thick outlines on my trees and stuff. It does kind of look sick. Okay, so it seems like just means raw color, so nothing from anything. Okay. Interesting. So they'll become really bright at night then. Yeah, like this. Which that doesn't quite work. Man, that's too bad because I kind of want... I really like it. I think it's because it's a flat color look, especially at a distance. Now they're just full bright. Yeah, man, that does look cool, but doesn't quite work. That is true, actually. I could just lower... Let me put that as a note just in case. Because I don't necessarily... I don't have time to try it right now. Here's a... Okay. Make grass unshaded, but change color with time of day to simulate darkness. Kind of do want to maybe try that if I can't find another alternative for this. Because the other thing is I do like node depth. What is it? Depth. Draw Depth test disabled does this, which is not great. That doesn't change anything. Just want it to depth draw opaque. Okay, still is like that. Depth depth pre-pass alpha does nothing. Shader. GD shader. Shading reference, shading language. Depth pre-pass. Let's search this. Alpha. Okay, only draw depth for opaque. Always draw depth. Never draw depth. Opaque, pre-pass for transparent. Disable depth testing. This is just a constant issue I've got. Trying to figure out how to do this. Well, let's go back to our outline shader. We're going to do 0.28, min thickness 0.25 maybe. How does that look? Point 1.5. These stones, I wish they had. Maybe I need to change them so then they have a little better geometry. Why am I getting outlines at certain, and then I get closer and I don't get any, except for on the edges? That's annoying. Or I just turn outlines off and call it a day. It does actually look, well, once we get some light, it does actually look pretty good without outlines. Oh, we got some weirdness again with the tool. There we go. I gotta figure out what that is. I think it's the mouse movement. Okay, this is no outlines. Still looks pretty nice. The grass definitely looks better with no outlines. Yeah, we'll have to figure it out. But unfortunately, I need to bounce out. Let me find someone to raid first. We'll go look on Twitch here. But thank you all for being here. Gwiz or Gwiz. I don't know actually how you say your name, but I've watched a bunch of your videos, and I don't know if you say it at the beginning or not, but I do not remember. But thank you for being here, brother. Appreciate you. Kieran and Cyber in the YouTube chat as well. Thank you for being here. Stars Dragon, Fanny Slam, New Jank, of course, Stewie in the Twitch chat. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I'm going to look for someone to raid on Twitch. Let me see here. Looks like Randy is streaming. Let's raid Randy. Oh, he does not raid. Okay. Does not allow raids. Never mind. Who else is there? Man, I'm not seeing many people I recognize anymore. I've been off for too long. Sninko. Okay, we're raiding Sninko. And of course, his is going to pull up a clip of mine from like 6 years ago, which is unfortunate because I never have any new clips. I need my Twitch chat to clip more. So then I have new ones every time I raid, because it always pulls up a clip whenever I raid Sninko. Cyber says, all right, man, see you later. Thanks for showing. Hey, appreciate you, man. Thanks for being here. Good to see you again. And like I said, I'll be streaming pretty regularly from here on out. So good to see you all. Anyway, I'll send you Twitch viewers over in a sec here. Okay, I'll send you over now. And then I will end stream. All right. Peace out. Thank you for being here once again. Bye.
I'm going to say functionality.
Okay. And for those of you in the YouTube chat,